Attention passionate Seattle Seahawks fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle SEAHAWKS fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, if you're following the NFL news cycle, you've probably heard the whispers, the rumors, and now the potential reality of a blockbuster move that could shake up the NFC West in a way we haven't seen in years. Yes, I'm talking about the buzz surrounding the San Francisco 49ers and the possibility that they might be willing to part ways with a key player, George Kittle. That's right, the very same George Kittle who's been an integral part of the 49ers offense, especially in their recent playoff runs, could be heading north, straight into the heart of the Seahawks offense. And let me tell you, if this trade actually happens, it's a game changer, not just for Seattle, but for the entire NFC playoff picture. So what's the scoop? According to some insider reports, the 49ers, currently sitting at a 4-4 record with Brock Purdy guiding the ship and an impressive QB rating of 84. 2. Are exploring options to bolster their roster, particularly after recent trade rumors involving Brandon Ayuk. The team is also facing some issues on the tight end front, especially in blocking, which has been a concern given their recent struggles on offense. The idea here is that the 49ers might trade George Kittle, who's been a cornerstone of their offense, in exchange for a first-round pick in the 2026 draft and a third-rounder in 2025, both going to the Seahawks. This move would not only bring a proven star tight end into Seattle, but also free up about $28 million in cap space, which the Seahawks could then redirect towards bolstering their secondary and offensive line. That's a huge strategic move, especially considering Seattle's recent defensive struggles, giving them more flexibility to upgrade key positions going forward. Now, what makes Kittle such a tantalizing target for Seattle? Well, first off, his performance in 2025 has been nothing short of spectacular. 45 receptions, 580 yards, and 5 touchdowns in just 8 games. His PFF grade is an astonishing 91.6, and he averages 5.2 yards after the catch per reception, showcasing his ability to be a yards-after-catch machine. Despite dealing with a shoulder injury in Week 6, Kittle remains one of the most reliable and explosive tight ends in the league. His career stats are impressive: 520 receptions, over 7, 200 yards, and 42 touchdowns. What really sets him apart, though, is his ability to create mismatches, especially in play-action schemes, which Seattle is increasingly utilizing. The Seahawks, under their offensive coordinator, have been running play-action at a 28% rate, and adding Kittle could ramp that up even further. The impact of this potential move is enormous. For one, Kittle's presence would increase Seattle's play-action EPA by about 18%, which is a significant boost. It's projected that he could reach around 900 yards this season, numbers similar to what Travis Kelce has been producing for the Chiefs, with an additional 170 yards anticipated in 2025. His ability to stretch the field and create mismatches against linebackers and safeties would open up the offense considerably. Think about the possibilities. With Fant already in the fold and Kittle adding that extra dimension, Seattle's tight end duo could become one of the most dangerous in the league, reminiscent of the 49ers' own historic tight end combinations back in 2019. And don't forget, the Seahawks' offense could become even more explosive. Moving from a 5-point-per-game increase, they could elevate their scoring to a higher level, making them a true threat in the NFC. Historically, when top-tier tight end duos are in sync, teams tend to perform at a higher level in crucial moments. Just look at what the 49ers did with George Kittle and their other tight ends in past seasons. They often dictated the tempo and controlled the clock, which is exactly what Seattle is aiming for in their offensive evolution. Now, let's talk a little about the bigger picture here. Kittle's market value is high, and with the 49ers cap space at around $19 million, they're in a position to make a strategic rebuild, focusing on youth and flexibility. Kyle Shanahan's recent tweaks to the team suggest that they're preparing for a future where they might need to reset and develop new offensive pieces, much like what the Rams did with their TE reset in 2024. For Seattle, adding Kittle isn't just about acquiring a star. It's about elevating their entire offensive scheme, making it more versatile and unpredictable. This potential trade also has playoff implications. Kittle has been known for his tenacity in the postseason, and his presence in Seattle could be the missing piece to push them further, perhaps even beyond what they achieved last year. The Seahawks' recent history shows that when they have a tight end who can dominate both as a blocker and a receiver, their offense becomes much more dynamic. Think back to past successful seasons, where tight end duos or key targets made all the difference in tight spots. With Kittle's elite ability to create mismatches, averaging 2-3 yards per route compared to the 1-6 yards per route of most current TEs, the Seahawks could see their drives become more sustained, their third down conversions increase, and their overall offensive production skyrocket. And there's more. This move would also significantly impact the division and the NFC landscape. The Seahawks, with a highly versatile aerial attack, could become even more difficult to defend. Their ability to generate explosive plays would increase, giving them a real shot at contending for the division title and making a deep playoff run. Plus, the odds of winning the Super Bowl could shift dramatically. Initially at plus 1,700, they could drop to plus 750 with a move like this, reflecting the increased confidence in Seattle's championship potential. Kittle's presence in the playoffs is well documented. He's a player who thrives under pressure, and his tenacity could be the extra edge Seattle needs to finally break through and reclaim their spot among the league's elite. Now, imagine the chemistry that could develop between Kittle and quarterback Geno Smith. Geno has shown throughout the season that he's capable of leading an efficient, high-powered offense, and adding a player like Kittle gives him a reliable target who can make plays both in the short and intermediate zones. It's a pairing that could really elevate Seattle's offense to a new level, especially in critical moments when every yard counts. The combination of Kittle's route running, yards after catch, and blocking ability, combined with Geno's vision and leadership, would make the Seahawks' offensive attack much more unpredictable and dangerous. Of course, all of this hinges on whether the trade actually materializes, and while speculation is swirling, the potential benefits are clear. The Seahawks are in a position where they can make bold moves. Adding Kittle could be that move that redefines their season. It's about building a sustainable, explosive offense that can contend not just in the NFC West, but across the NFC itself. With the right pieces and a bit of luck, this could be the beginning of a new chapter for Seattle, one where they're not just playoff contenders but genuine Super Bowl favorites. And speaking of defense, while the focus is often on offense, it's worth mentioning that Seattle has been working on shoring up their secondary and offensive line. The cap space freed up by the potential trade with the 49ers could allow them to bring in some veteran help or develop their young players further, creating a more balanced and complete team. The Seahawks' recent draft strategy has shown they're committed to building through youth, but adding a veteran like Kittle, with his playoff experience and leadership qualities, could be exactly what they need to push through the tough times and solidify their status as NFC contenders. Now, I want to remind you all, this is still speculation, but the signs are pointing towards something big. Whether it actually happens or not, it's clear that the Seahawks are in a position to make impactful moves, and adding a player like Kittle would be a statement to the rest of the league that Seattle is serious about competing at the highest level. It's about creating a versatile, explosive, and durable offense that can adapt to any opponent, and Kittle's skill set fits perfectly into that vision. So fans, keep your eyes peeled. The NFL offseason is always full of surprises, but the potential of a Kittle to Seattle move has fans buzzing everywhere. If it comes true, we're looking at a seismic shift in the NFC West, one that could define this decade of football for the Seahawks. The team's future looks promising, and with strategic moves like this, they could be on the cusp of something truly special. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Seattle Seahawks news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. To wrap it all up, folks, what do you think about this potential blockbuster? Do you believe Kittle's move to Seattle could be the spark that ignites their Super Bowl ambitions? Or do you think it's just another rumor in the endless sea of NFL speculation? Either way, the Seahawks are definitely making waves, and this offseason could be one of the most exciting in recent memory. The team has shown resilience and a clear vision for the future, and if they pull off something like this, it could set the tone for years to come. And now, Seattle Seahawks fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Seahawks. Do you think Kittle is the missing piece? Are you excited about the future of this team? Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Seattle Seahawks news, because there's a lot more coming, and trust me, you won't want to miss it. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, go Hawks.